so different. Some people actually do pretty well in heat, some people do not. You know, again, if you're trained in a warm climate, you're going to be a little bit better off than someone that's trained in a cold climate. So it's really, there's no like set formula. So you got to figure out based on how well you run in the heat. The earlier start is going to be a factor on the good side. We'll get out there running before that sun is a factor. So I really think you got to, when you're running those early miles, you got to think of what's ahead. I think those tough parts are going to be in between miles, say 15 to 23-ish, because I think that'll be the warmest part. Once you're closer to the beach, you're going to start getting some cooler weather coming off the ocean. So that part between, like I said, 15, 23 is going to be that really hot part. Three reasons actually. The time of the day, that sun will be up, the actual ambient air temperature, and then that area tends not to have a lot of trees, so it's a lot of open space. So those three factors are going to make it pretty warm. So be smart. Those early, I talked to a few runners, they said they're going to run faster in those early miles because there's cooler temperatures. It's probably going to be about 66 degrees when you guys start. But that's a recipe for disaster, not success. You got to go out thinking what's ahead of you. How many people plan to wear a watch tomorrow? Show of hands. All right. If I was running tomorrow, my watch would stay in my hotel room. I would not put it on just because, you know, you put your watch here, but your watch affects you up here because you have a set pace you're used to running and a set goal pace that you want to run. And if you don't hit that pace, you're gonna push too much in those early miles. So I would run what I call based on feel and effort, and I would leave that watch behind. If you do that, I think you're going to be a lot better off. Now, I told that to a runner earlier today, and the runner said right back at me, but it loads all my times up on Facebook right away. And I said, okay. I've run about I would say I did about 125,000 miles of running before Facebook was ever invented. So I know you can run without loading times on the Facebook. But if you really want to do that, you can have a watch on you, but don't look at it. You know, tuck it in a pocket or put it somewhere that you can get your splits later on if you really wanted it. But you don't want to be that anal and keep looking at it because it just is it affects you up here. And I want you to run off of feel and effort and really be in tune with your body because those are going to be the people that run a good race tomorrow. You can actually run a good race tomorrow, but you have to be smart about it. So I'm telling you, you got to run a smart race. And to do that, make that adjustment right from the beginning. Adjust that pace, start out like that. And then make that reassessment miles 12, 13, 14, where you can say, okay, you know, I'm feeling all right. And then you can sustain that pace for a little longer and see how you feel. If you're starting to feel it 12, 14 miles, you can back off. Now, if you went out too fast and try to back off, you're in over your head and it's not going to work. So if you're calm down and aren't out there too quickly, when you back off a little bit, you'll have enough energy to sustain yourself to that finish line. That is the key. The first timers, show of hands again, those first timers.